What's good, YouTube? K.D.M Sports here, and my fantasy matchup I've recently thought of, which has been a topic of debate: who would win between Sugar Ray Leonard and Floyd Mayweather? It's really interesting thinking about how Floyd would match up against the Four Kings, because I did a Tommy vs Floyd one, and I think Tommy would win that one. You guys can check that video out. But with Floyd Mayweather and Sugar Ray Leonard, it gets tricky because these two are similar in a lot of ways. The most being that they are considered the greatest among their era. Overall, I would give the edge to Floyd in accomplishing more in his career, although Sugar Ray Leonard's accomplishments are no joke. I would say they're both even in terms of conditioning. Sugar Ray Leonard and Floyd would come in fully prepared, especially knowing they would be fighting each other in this fantasy matchup. Ring IQ, I would give the edge to Floyd because I think that was Floyd's biggest asset to what made him special and one of the all-time greats. Heart, chin, determination, all of those things, I would give that edge to Sugar Ray Leonard. Just the fact that he's had to overcome more adversity throughout his career facing the other three members of the all-time great Four Kings. He also had to do this moving up in higher weight classes. Now for physical attributes, Sugar Ray Leonard was naturally a bigger fighter, starting his career at welterweight. He was 2 inches taller, standing at 5'10", with a 2-inch reach advantage at 74 inches. Floyd Mayweather started his career at super featherweight. Floyd was 5'8", with a 72-inch reach. So Sugar Ray Leonard has the advantage here as well. Power would be in Sugar Ray Leonard's favor, as he's shown the ability to finish bigger opponents consistently throughout his career. Pure speed in terms of hands and feet, I would also give the edge to Sugar Ray. He's arguably the fastest welterweight in boxing history, maybe behind Sugar Ray Robinson. And given this is welterweight, this would be prime Sugar Ray Leonard. Defense would be clearly for Floyd Mayweather, of course, since barely any punches ever land on Floyd. Sugar Ray Leonard was great defensively, but I feel his footwork helped him a lot in that department. Whereas Floyd's style was built around that shoulder roll Philly shell. Floyd is arguably the greatest defensive fighter of all time, especially at the lower weight classes. Also, Floyd is one of the greatest counter punchers. His biggest weapon is that counter right, in my opinion. In most of these categories, Sugar Ray Leonard seems to have the edge, especially in natural power and speed, which would make these exchanges dangerous for Floyd, especially with the fact that Sugar Ray Leonard has a height and reach advantage by 2 inches. I think it's possible that prime Sugar Ray Leonard could have got to the punch quicker given his hand speed and foot speed, but at the same time it's very difficult with Floyd Mayweather having great defensive reactions and instincts. Seeing how a much smaller fighter, Manny Pacquiao, with less reach was able to get in on Floyd and land some good punches throughout the fight, especially being the aggressor for most of the fight, I can see a fighter like Sugar Ray Leonard with his height and reach being able to get to Floyd and possibly tee off on him against the ropes at times throughout this fantasy matchup. Usually in combat, the quicker fighter with a longer reach should be able to get his punch off first. And that's why I think Sugar Ray would be able to win a close decision or by finish in the later rounds against Floyd Mayweather Jr. And also, Sugar Ray Leonard had a way of stealing rounds too with accurate flurries once he found his rhythm. In Floyd's case, he hasn't fought any elite Hall of Famers really with a longer reach and height advantage throughout his era. In a 12-rounder, I can see Floyd edging a split decision too, because of his defensive skills and counter-punching as well as movement and IQ around the ring. But in a 15-rounder, I could see Sugar Ray finishing Floyd by TKO. I would give Sugar Ray Leonard a 60-40 chance of victory in this matchup against Floyd Jr. In all honesty, Floyd has more of a boxer mentality in terms of picking you apart as opposed to the fighter mentality. So I find it hard for him playing the role of getting close and engaging in a range that may put him at great risk. This is my view on this fantasy fight between two all-time greats of their era. Thank you guys for listening to me as always, and subscribe, like, share. If you've got any opinions, feel free to leave it in the comment section below.